probably one of the coldest mornings that I've had to start the van. It's about, must be about 2 or 3 degrees this morning, maybe even colder. Lots of ice and stuff on the cars. I'm just walking around to it now. Batteries are new, so it should be okay. So hopefully it will start up, no problem. But we'll see when I get there. It's not a long walk. I'll be there soon. Oh, don't trip. Lovely morning, really sunny. Can't wait to use the van, to be honest. Been such a long time coming. There he is, Monsieur Vert, basking in the sunshine. Should all be nice and toasty in there, actually. It's in the sun, so yeah, definitely not gonna have any ice on there. Should be great. It's in quite a good spot actually in this compound because it has generally got the sun on it all the time. And all the glass on the outside, it keeps it nice and warm inside and dry as well. Since I've resolved those leaks on the roof, it's been quite good. Let's get in there. Look at that beast. Beautiful. Oh, cold. I think I'll have to look at changing the glow plugs on this because it didn't like that cold start there. The batteries aren't fully charged, so maybe it's that. The batteries are new, so I don't think it's the glow plugs, but we'll see. I'll get it a full charge, and when I start using the van, I'm sure it'll be fine. This is where I've chosen to put the diesel heater. It's the best place I think in this van. I'm going to put the actual heater unit down here. I've done a couple holes, pilot holes, checked where they come through, checked before I drilled those. Now I'm drilling out the actual holes for the vent and exhaust. But this van's got a stainless steel floor underneath this floor, which I've not bothered taking out. So I'm just drilling through that now. The fuel tank I'm going to put, I think, down there behind the driver's seat. It fits down there nicely, and I think it's safe. Not really sure though, so I might research that. But it's diesel, it's not petrol. It's, you know, should be okay. I don't really want the fumes of the fuel tank in the back of the van. I want to try and keep the smell, if there is any, from the vent on that cap in the front, which we won't really be in. And I'll have a drop hole there, so any smells or any carbon dioxide will go out to the bottom of the van. And I'll also have one underneath here, and I've also got one in the back as well underneath the bed. Just running this through on speed 1 on the drill, nice and slow, with a bit of oil. One hole through there. There was actually 3 layers there. I had a stainless steel layer which this minibus floor's got underneath, and 2 green layers there, but nice and slow with a bit of oil, and no problem. Do the second one now. Two holes, lovely job, went through no problem. So now I'm going to pop this plate on. See, I've done them holes a bit bigger, so I've got clearance of both the inlet and the exhaust and the fuel pipe there. See, I'll screw that down, run the fuel underneath in a bit of conduit, and that should be all right. Okay, so that lines up lovely. I've got, see, there you go, so just about right, just clearance. So I've got air in, exhaust out, and my fuel line in. It's just there. So other way around, that's how it will go. That fits good. Well, I've made all my connections now. I've made sure they're nice and tight. Got my exhaust here with the Jubilee that came with it. Obviously it's heat resistant, hopefully, so it's going to get hot. And I got that on there nice and tight. It was difficult to get tight, but I've took my time on it, and I'm happy with that connection there. Got my fuel on here, nice and tight, and then I've got the air on here, so they're all on there nice. Now I'm going to plop it down there. I will also seal around here, all the way around this, so if there are any leaks on this, it can only go down out the van, which there shouldn't be, but if there is, it will just go straight down outside. It can't come through here, and it shouldn't be able to get in there. So that should, and there's a rubber seal underneath here as well, which should all be nice and tight. I've done it the best it can be for a Chinese diesel heater. Here we go, just done the first fire up. It's only bloody working. First time, first prime. Little bit of a smell because it's brand new, but it's fine. I know exactly what that is. Blowing out lovely warm air. It's only taken about 2 minutes to start burning out warm air from where I've started it up. Still got a bit to do. Still got these bits to pop on, but we're all on. I primed it myself first, so I let all the fuel go down the line to the pump itself underneath the van, and then only primed the last sort of 20 inches of pipe with the priming button on the controller. So I primed the last 20 inches with that, checked underneath the van to see it was up to the unit, and it was. Turned it on, working first time, perfect. It's really pumping out some warm air, and it's only just fired up. Really pleased with that, really pleased. Just got to tidy all this up. This shopping bag here is not permanent. I know it looks good and it's doing the job, but it's really not permanent. Got to fix all this down here underneath. Got to make a little frame up for it so it sits nice and flat, and I want to seal underneath there so I've got no air going in and out underneath the unit. Gonna cut a hole here now. Just have one outlet coming here, I think. I might have one coming out the front there as well. Have one round here behind the seats. Might as well. It's only on. It's not on the highest setting. It's really throwing out a lot of air, so might as well use these bits that have been provided and have it going two ways. All in position. I've opted for 2 vents. One straight out there, one out there. I'm hoping that's going to be quite good. I've raised this up, screwed this down to the bottom of the van, put that on top there so there's space for the nuts and bolts underneath. That's all secure. Just need to tidy this wiring up, but I'll do that when I finalise my wiring. Let me show you what's happening outside. Underneath the van, I've opted to put this all underneath. So we've got the exhaust there. There's my 2 holes. There's my pump. And I've run the fuel line through those holes in the chassis there, which I'm going to put some conduit on this fuel pipe. And up here is a bit of wiring just to tidy up, but I want to make sure everything works before I start cutting everything to the right length and making it all nice and tidy. And that's my air intake there. So I've got the air intake as far away as possible from the exhaust, and the fuel tank's just up there behind the driver's seat. I want to put this control unit up on the wall over here somewhere. I think I'm going to go for somewhere like there. So what I'm going to have to do is take this ply off, just unscrew it, and this bit here, And then I can have the wiring coming up behind, coming out there, coming up behind, and that'll be quite neat on there, I think. Here we go. Get out of this compound and go and get these leveling blocks that we need. We have found some on Facebook Marketplace, so we'll go and pick these up, and hopefully they'll be alright for this van. It's quite big and heavy. Just arriving at this lady's house now to pick up these leveling blocks for the van, like, you know, like leveling wedges that you put under the tyres when you're parked up. We've noticed before where we're parked up, if it's not quite on level ground, it's a bit awkward in the van, so it's just what we need really, and hopefully that'll be alright. Right, we're here now. There they are, look. They actually look pretty sturdy, so they should be great. Not bad, 20 quid, not bad. Let's get going.